with me, we have the co-founder, the president of Choccity. It is a privilege to have this interview with him. Please make welcome to the show.
My name is Paul OKEUGO. I'm co-founder of Choccity Group.
That's wonderful. Now, you've been open about your journey as a dad, as a dad of an artistic child. You've been very open about it. Most people don't talk about such things, as their open life. Now, using your platform to raise this awareness, what are some of the most important lessons you've learned about this, and how do you bring these lessons into your work and your brand?
Thank you so much for that question. I think this is the best question I've been asked on interviews like this, because everybody always wants to talk about business. So this is the first time. So yeah, thank you for the question. I think it's important, I'm very proud of my son, because he's an amazing individual, very talented, individual. The pride that I have, for him makes me want to share that with other parents who have kids on the spectrum. Because a lot of times in this part of the world, people see it as some sort of death sentence. We have so many negative aspects of our culture, and one of those aspects is hiding people with neurodivergence, people hiding kids with the challenges with growth. And my wife and I, we always felt that it's important to get people out of that malaise, because those things don't help the child. And I find that the more we talk about it, the more help the children get. Because when you hide a kid in the house, you're not helping that child, right? So for me, it's been a no-brainer from day one. We've never hidden the fact that my wife and I, we've worked very hard. My wife more than me, worked very hard to make sure that people that are on the spectrum have a voice through the things that we do. And our son now begins to act as a conduit for that. Yeah, so very proud of. That is my most, in my life, it's my most is the proudest work that I do. I would say. Yeah.
I can relate with you because I have two sons with autism.
Oh wow!
Yes, I lost my first son. He's artistic and he was not non-verbal, even at 10. So I understand, and I went through the training. It's a lot and it's very intense.
Yes,
So when I meet parents,
so sorry about
it's a lot. So you are really. And then, are you planning to do to create a foundation or something? Because in this part of the country, I tell you, a lot of parents see such things as spiritual. They don't take it, medically, and get training to how to train this child to have confidence. They feel like something is wrong. Yes. Are you planning to create?
So there's a few questions there. So first one, we already do have a foundation. It's called the Haven for Autism.
Oh wow!
That foundation is run by my wife, but she really focuses more on awareness and inclusion, but mostly through art, because my son is an artist. So he's done quite a few successful exhibitions. So it's usually art, through art to support autistics, and she's doing that very well. Apart from that, there are many other foundations in Nigeria. Thankfully, there are quite a few of them if you check, and I think we're in a much better place now in Nigeria because there's a few of these going on. Number two, I would say that I do have a very very dim view of how religion affects people like that. I think it's quite unfortunate the role that religion plays in our society when it comes to things like this. Because of the fact that a lot of people are sort of the clergymen, the pastors, as opposed to advising people to go and get help, and then they commission to spend all this time praying. And while I have nothing against people praying, in my experiences, I've never seen a child who is autistic, prayed back into health, or there's no cure for it, right? I've never seen somebody out of prayer just, get cured. You need to take care of a child on the spectrum. You need to do some work. You need to do some specific steps, take some actions, diagnose, find the developmental areas, apply. I'm sure you have 2 kids on the spectrum, so I'm sure I'm not saying anything new new to you. If you have a non-verbal, because my son was non-verbal for a long time. Now with all the work we've done, now he has at least 200 words that he can say now, which is great. Like as a 16-year-old, it's important that he communicates. So imagine people who have a non-verbal child who are praying. Like, at some point you have to get up from your knees and actually go and do something, right? So I think it's unfortunate that we see many people in our culture focusing more on that and that. And again, nothing against praying, but for the sake of the child, you need to do a lot more than that, and which is actually make a plan.
Yeah, the Bible says faith without action is dead works.
Absolutely.
So how do you balance your life as a businessman and as a family man?
My family is very important to me. It's the most important thing to me. It's a part of my persona. So the question should be, how do I manage my family?
Okay, how do you manage?
It's the other way around.
Okay.
Because my family supersedes all those
every
things.
other thing.
I've been very fortunate. Very, very fortunate that I have a great family, a great lady who I'm married to, who is very much the foundation of our family. She's excellent, and she's an amazing person, and she allows me the space to do, to be able to do a lot of things. So I'm lucky that I'm also lucky that my father as well was quite a big influence, because to many people, fatherhood means different things, right? I grew up with a very strong father. And when I say strong, I don't mean he was good all the time. He wasn't also bad all the time. He was just a normal dude. But I find myself telling myself more and more that I'm my father's son in the sense of the way I view family, right? And the presence. And that presence sometimes, unfortunately, cannot be physical all the time. You can't go for every football game, or you can't be in every class, but your presence needs to be felt as a father. Your influence needs to be, your children have to know that you are there.
Presently,
you are there, right? You are just a phone call away, or you are just a trip away, and you need to be ready and willing always to solve their problems. And if you can't solve them, at least to listen to them and try and guide them. So that is very important, and I learned from my dad, and I want to make sure that my kids don't ever feel an absence of me at all. And I think just, especially if you have a daughter, just being able to, because people tend to repeat the cycle. So if you have a daughter, not even a son, just, showing them what a man should be like, right? And I know these days, people are confused about what a man is or a woman is. You go online, you hear, okay, this man, I'm now a woman, I'm not a man, I'm going to stay away from all that. But I mean, what a traditional, man should be. And I think if your children don't have somebody to model themselves after, they're going to end up, making a few mistakes. I mean, you have to teach them how to be kind, how to be respectful, how to be responsible, how to manage money, more practical things, like how to manage money, how to, things that is very important to build proper human beings, to build proper adults. You need that strong father figure. And of course, you also need the mother figure as well. Although fathers, we get it. I mean,
the mothers are always there.
Yeah, they're like 20 Mother's Day and only one Father's Day. And even on that Father's Day, if you're lucky, they will.
If you're remembered.
Most times they don't even. I remember that Father's Day, I'm waiting in the room. I'm waiting for one kind of present.
Are you serious?
7 p.m. I'm like, guys, it's Father's Day. Oh, sorry. Happy Father's Day.
And for your birthday.
But Mother's Day, they'll remind you 3 or 4 days after. And there's 20 of them. So yeah, we don't get all the flowers that we deserve as fathers. I think we should get a lot more,
Yeah, that's okay. So you've heard it all. Fathers, you're not left. So please, mothers and wives, let's celebrate our husbands and our fathers and honor them, because they are doing a lot of good job too. Thank you so much. It's been an honor talking to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed the show today, and keep subscribing and follow till we come your way again.